Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, and it is Wednesday, my droids. Let's read some Star Wars comics. Welcome back to Comics with Katarn, where I do a first-time reaction and dramatic narration of the brand new Star Wars comics. Let's see what we're reading today. Today we're reading Star Wars issues 43 and 44, and Thrawn Alliances issues 1 and 2. Without further ado, let's do it! Here we go. Star Wars, issue number 43. That's right, Luke. In an attempt to cleanse a crystal has been pulled inside it where he's encountered a lost Sith. Or at least outwardly that's what it appears. Let's dive into the story, shall we? The Healing Force. Before being pulled into the fight against the evil Scourge, Luke Skywalker was continuing his Jedi training, seeking out the secrets of the qi'ra crystals on the planet Christophsis. Shout out to the Clone Wars. With the help of his friend Greta and her auntie Fee, Luke was able to enter into the Red Crystal again, returning to the hidden fortress in the blood-red sea that he had briefly glimpsed before. Luke had been attempting to heal the injuries and sorrow that turned the crystal to its ominous crimson shine, but now he has encountered a power determined to offer him some pain of its own. Written by Charles Soule, pencils by Stephen Cummings and Jethro Morales, inks by Wayne Faucher and Jethro Morales, colors by Rochelle Rosenberg, letters by VC's Clayton Cowles. Let's go. You will never forget this moment, Jedi. No one leaves their pain behind. Oh, he's in a cell. Look at this. Do we have a name for this Sith character yet? I don't think we do. No one leaves their pain behind. The easy moments in our lives blend together into a mushy, unmemorable pabulum. That's a fantastic word. You never hear pabulum. Our time without struggle means nothing in the end. But our injuries, our agonies, those we remember. They make us who we are. We begin to learn from our very earliest days. Is that a baby in a crib? What is going on? I came here to help you. This whole place only exists because some version of you was so badly hurt. You're an echo of that. I've seen it before. You live in your own worst moments. Don't you want it to stop? Stop? Pain never stops. It is our history. We are books written in blood-red ink. I like that line a lot. Your hand was severed. It will always be severed. Oh, damn, and it's just gone. Okay, so inside the crystal is kind of like being in like a mindscape, and whatever your true injuries you've sustained, they're like present in this with him. Like, he couldn't take his robotic hand with him into this place. It will always be severed. That loss can be your prison. Or your weapon. That's a cool looking hilt. Every injury I have ever sustained serves as a spur to become strong enough to ensure I can never be hurt again. Do you understand? Why are you telling me this? What is your name, Jedi? Luke Skywalker. It's the same as it was the last time you came to see me, Skywalker. This place is what it needs to be, but I can imagine a version that is even better. Your pain and mine together could create that. You just need to see it. You just need more hurt. It's like, join me in my pain here. You know what they say, misery loves company. I'm sure we'll get there. We have all the time we need. This Sith has got like almost like a Klingon vibe to his outfit, the way he's got those large shoulder pads like that and all the flowy robes. I dig it. The Force is with me. Ooh. Man, jump scare from Empire Strikes Back every time. Oh, yes! The Force is with you, buddy, even in here. Mind over matter, as with all things Force related. Is he just gonna leave the baby in the... What? Wah! Shh! Wah! Mommy! It's gonna be alright, little one. The baby is the Sith, isn't it? It's gonna be like this whole full circle, trippy kind of thing. I'm here now. You're not alone. It's totally the Sith. Look, it's got the same eyes, same skin color. It's alright. I'm here. You're not alone. A wizard! Let's get out of here! Leave him be. Nice. He's going through the entire life of this Sith and trying to, like, right the wrongs and the injustices that he's suffered. Look, he's being bullied here. He's all alone with no friends. He's getting into a fight. And Luke is stepping in. He's, like, trying to be a savior for this poor, broken person. No more pain. This is not the only path. Let me show you. What do you think you're doing? I was just trying to... I don't want that! How dare you try and make me feel better? You jerk, you Jedi. I won't let you make me weak! Being healed doesn't mean you're weak. Here, I'll show you. Whoa! Green saber! Green saber in the crystal vision place. This is the first time he's had a green saber. Green? What the... This is so cool. Yes, good. Words only accomplish so much. Sometimes, to truly learn, one must bleed. Here it comes. I feel like this Sith thinks that Luke Skywalker is just like some hapless Jedi who wandered in here and doesn't realize that this is Luke fucking Skywalker. It's not going to go the way you think. Who do you think you are? I am a Jedi. Then you are a fool, just like everyone who follows that failed path. Ah! Just disarmed, just effortlessly disarmed. God, Luke is so cool. All paths lead in both directions. I like it. Very well, Jedi. But this place is built from pain. It chimes and echoes with it. Do you really think you could heal it? Oh, without facing your pain. Damn, I should have known that a Vader appearance was going to come, since we're like dealing with Luke's inner turmoil in this place. No. God, look at his face. He's so terrified. Yes, my son. There is no escape. No. No! Yes! Coming back for the fight he could never finish. And I love that he's in his Return of the Jedi outfit, essentially, here, with a green saber on Bespin. The whole thing is very Battlefront coded, isn't it? Having heroes in different outfits in like, legacy locations like this. Come on, Luke, you can do it! And he chose to run. Good for you. Good for you, because violence isn't his objective. He's not trying to kill Vader. That was never the plan, you know? Your life is loss. Family. Oh, God! Owen and Beru? Jesus. Teacher. Friends. It is all around you. Since your very first moments. There is no escape. Wow, look at these panels. First of all, Padme's like dead arm right here, not okay. The Wampa, the fact that the Wampa is coming up, showing that that is still one of the most recent traumas that he suffered, because, you know, we're still only like months away from Empire Strikes Back, and so that is still fresh to him, just like losing his hand, losing Ben, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru even, you know, it's all still so fresh to him. There is no escape. True. That is true. There is no escape. I know I will face you again. It's my destiny, and yours too. I know almost nothing about you. But you must have a place like this inside you too. I think everyone does. That means you didn't begin as Darth Vader. Once, you were someone else. Oh, look! Slowly taking shape as Anakin, as Hayden Christensen. And because he's a silhouette here, I can pretend that that's Sebastian Shaw. It's all still there. Good, bad, it's all still there. No one is beyond help. No one. Wow, this is such a powerful moment for Luke. This is really like the moment that solidified for him that his father can and must be redeemed, and that Vader isn't a mortal enemy. He's a person, a hurt person, you know? Just like Luke, who in Luke's eyes deserves redemption and deserves help. Oh, and just like that, whoa, we're way high up. How did this happen? Oh, look, and he's feeling peace. He's feeling like a weight has been lifted. This Sith that's tried to make him come around and like force him to live with him in this castle of pain has instead given him like this level of absolution, completely inadvertently. Oh, and he's coming out of it now. The blessings of the white current be upon us. The Kyber crystal has been healed. The boy actually pulled it off. Maybe, but shouldn't he be waking up? I'm working on it, Greta. Fantastic. So that's why everything is slowly, like, turning white and getting so bright, is because this is the purification of the crystal itself. That's fantastic. I have to say, Luke, I'm impressed. I haven't heard of anyone healing a red Kyber crystal in a very long time. What did you see there? Darkness, Auntie Fee. Pain. A person who was very badly hurt. Here, take this. I don't think I'll need it anymore. Did you learn what you needed to about the Sith, Luke? Not really, Greta. Whatever turned that crystal red happened a long time ago. If the people I saw in there were Sith, they were very different from the ones alive today. I didn't learn much about the Sith, but I think I did learn a lot about myself. No. That will have to be enough. And there he is with his green Kyber crystal. Next, the trial of Lando Calrissian. That's what I've been waiting for. I'm looking forward to that. But this was a fun story. This was a really cool way to take Luke, who has been, for the entirety of this line between 5 and 6, he's been like a wounded person, you know? He's been struggling to regain the footing that he lost in that duel with Vader on Bespin. And the way he entered this crystal, like a wounded person, and he's come out like resolute and like evolved, and he has a green Kyber crystal now. Like, this is such a cool, meaningful way of giving him that change. We know about the process of rebuilding the saber, right? We know it from the deleted scene, but we don't know how he came upon the green Kyber crystal, and I think this is a cool story. Yeah, I enjoyed this one very much. Let's keep going. Star Wars Issue 44, The Trial of Lando Calrissian. My man is in the doghouse. Yes, technically he was instrumental in defeating the droid Scourge, but also, yes, he broke a lot of very important rules to do it, and he kind of lied a lot. And with Lando's track record with the rebellion after the betrayal at Cloud City, like, can you really blame them for immediately thinking the worst? I've been talking a lot about Lando's redemption arc in the comics and the way that they're taking him from that, you know, from the Baron Administrator who can't be trusted because he sided with the Empire, under duress, by the way, to well-respected general after the Battle of Tanab. And like, I'm hoping this is going to be that final piece to move forward. Like, somehow the trial's going to end up working in his favor. It has to, right? Because it's not like he's going to die. Let's find out what happens. The Trial of Lando Calrissian, Part 1. Opening arguments. After Lobot's neural implants began to fail him, Lando took his unwell friend to Jabba the Hutt's palace, where the talkie droid who once helped them resides. In order to assure the droid's cooperation in helping his friend, Lando was forced to reveal to his fellow rebels every painful detail of his dealings with Jabba the Hutt, including selling sensitive secrets of the Rebel Alliance. Lobot was saved, but now Lando has to face the consequences of his actions. Written by Charles Soule, art by Madabek Muzbekov, colors by Rochelle Rosenberg, letters by V.C. Clayton Cowles, cover arts Steven Segovia and Rain Barreto. Let's go. Aboard the Rebel Fleet flagship, Home 1. Damn, is that Lando? Yikes, just in custody. Can't shave, can't wear nice clothes, I barely recognized him. The Alliance has a problem. That problem's name is Lando Calrissian. Alliance Command Conference Room. A problem, General Organa? Perhaps so, but not a significant one. Calrissian is a self-confessed traitor to the Rebel Alliance. A problem like that has a very simple, easily accessible solution. Damn, Maydeen, you're like, let's just kill him? Let's just execute this guy? An airlock. Fuck, man.
I agree with General Maydeen, at least in principle. Mutiny, desertion, insubordination, treason. The military has always considered these capital crimes, and the Rebel Alliance is a military organization.
Yes, Admiral Akbar, but not just a military organization. We are a volunteer militia, which means the majority of our fighters do not consider themselves military. They fight for a cause, not a flag. For hope. I know that I use that word all the time, perhaps too much, but hope is the fuel for the rebellion's engine. Rebellions are built on hope, after all. We could have chosen anger or fear, but those are the tools of the Empire. No, it has to be hope, and it always will be.
Respectfully, General, how does any of that relate to Calrissian's betrayal?
If I may, Leia's point is that we must always be conscious of morale and motivation in a way a typical military might not. Telling our people that a traitor has been lurking in our midst will generate a complicated response. And this isn't just any traitor. It's Lando Calrissian. For better or for worse, Lando was a rebel hero. The Millennium Falcon's mission to Coruscant alone would have ensured that, but there's so much more. He was part of the crew that discovered the Kezerat convoy and refueled our fleet. He helped the Pathfinders find the droid that gave us the Trawak code, and so on. But more than even all of that, Lando's popular. People like him. They like having drinks with him down at the Afterburner. They like hearing his stories. He means something to people.
So?
So, Admiral Akbar, telling the people of the Alliance that their beloved Lando sold us out and now we're tossing him out an airlock, particularly as the dangers we face from the Empire escalate, could have unintended consequences. You think he's charismatic enough that throwing him out an airlock might foment, like, a mutiny in the rebellion? It would definitely damage morale, there's no question about it.
Sure, you're not suggesting we ignore Calrissian's actions. Just let him continue to serve as an Alliance soldier. An outrageous idea.
No, Admiral. Lando will face the consequences for his actions. But first, he will be tried. A sealed tribunal, subject to military justice, with you, General Madine, and myself sitting in judgment. Lando will be afforded all rights due to him under the relevant legal codes. It will be done by the book, but in secret. His sentence will be carried out as we deem fit, but also not in public, so as to avoid issues of morale.
I don't see why we have to jump through all these hoops. The man confessed.
Look at it from another perspective, General. Once we win this war, and we will, questions will begin to arise as to whether we are fit to govern the new Galactic Republic. Choices like this, offering due process even to a self-avowed traitor, will be moments we can point to suggesting we can. We must act in a way the Empire would not. It's a very good point. She's thinking ahead to the future. Like, yeah, we could throw him out the airlock now, but then when the time comes to make the argument of can we continue to govern the galaxy, they're going to say, you throw people out airlocks. You know? We're not trying to be the Empire again.
I see the logic, but I don't like it.
Agreed. This is ugly business. Second-guessing ourselves, tying ourselves into philosophical knots, becoming distracted by political considerations when we are about to face the greatest battle of the war. It seems like an extraordinary amount of effort for someone who sold us out to settle a debt. Why'd you do it, Lando? I just don't get it.
Yes, you do, Lobot. You just don't want to look it in the eye.
He did it for you, buddy.
You were going to die, and the only way to save you and give you your voice and emotions back was to confess to everything I'd done. A long time ago, you saved my life, and it cost you just about everything you were. It was time to square that up. Pretty heavy stuff, huh? Now you know how I've felt all these years.
First of all, I didn't lose my emotions when these damn things took over my mind. I could always feel, I just couldn't express myself. But now I can, and so I can tell you that I'm feeling pretty blasted confused, Lando. Why the hell aren't you fighting this?
I think I'm just done, man. I saved you. That was important to me. I'm glad I did it. But now the Alliance has me dead to rights for a bunch of stuff I actually did. I confessed. No getting out of it.
And you know, better than most, that there's a whole damn lifetime of things I've done that are at least as bad.
Some of those are going to catch up with me eventually, too. Feels like maybe I should let this be the way I pay it all back. Cancel all the debts in one fell swoop. Cash out while I'm ahead for once. Let the last thing I do be one really good thing.
For Arkin's sake, Lando, I don't know what's worse, how stupid you are, or how selfish.
What was that?
He was not expecting that from Lobot. You heard me. You only think about yourself. You did all that work to save me, to give me back my voice, and now you're just going to let the Alliance end you? Where the hell does that leave me? I'm sure they'll let you do whatever you want. I mean, you've done a ton for the rebellion, and... You think so? I'm the best friend of Alliance traitor Lando Calrissian. You really think they'll just give me a ship and let me fly on out of here? Not likely. If I'm lucky, they'll lock me up. If I'm not... We're in this together, Lando. As usual. You told me they'd put you on trial. That's a chance. You're the best talker in the galaxy, and that's all trials are. But it still wouldn't hurt to have help. They said you can have your own lawyer if you want, and if you don't, they'll assign some Alliance person. You have to get your own advocate, and we both know just the person. Wait. You can't seriously mean... Bzzzt. Yes? We're done in here, General Organa, but Mr. Calrissian would like to make a call. I love it. Also, just notice that all of Lobot's speeches are coming from his belt. This is what is emitting his voice. He's non-verbal at this point still. I'd forgotten that. I'm calling in that favor you owe me. I'm in a tight spot. Need some of that out-of-the-box thinking you're so good at. Lando, what a pleasure. You're in luck, old chum. I just became available. Oh God, who's the lawyer gonna be? I'm trying to figure out who they could be talking about. Do you know who he's calling? They'll need to be brought here under the tightest security. I'll send Chewbacca. An old... well, not a friend. Someone who should be able to help. Just to say it, Lobot, I'm sorry. I know you two are close. The truth is, no matter who Lando gets as his advocate, this probably isn't going to go well for him. It rarely does, Leia. It rarely does. So it's a military tribunal with 3 magistrates, I guess. A general, an admiral, and Mon Mothma. The former senator? My, you have become important, Lando. Not that important. She won't be here in person. She's on some funding mission for the Alliance. You know what's funny? I was actually supposed to be with her, just in case some of that Calrissian charm could help with the negotiations. I was looking forward to it, too. Never been to that world. Supposed to be a pretty fancy spot. Out in the colonies. A place called... Uveron. Ooh, this is a fancy place. We pull this off, we're set for life. We don't, it's hard to see how we live to see tomorrow. Nothing like incentive, huh, friends? What are we doing? Is this a heist? Are we stealing the shiny baubles? 12 hours later. Okay, here we go. Who's the lawyer? What a thrill! My career has taken me to some fascinating places, but I never imagined I'd be standing on the hangar deck of the Rebel Alliance flagship. I have no idea who this person is. I like her outfit, though. Isn't that mostly because you assume the Alliance will be defeated any second? Now, 3L. Let's not be rude to our hosts. Sally Giorgio, an advocate at large. You must be Leia Organa, Princess of Alderaan. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, advocate. This is 3L, who assists me at trial. Chewbacca, who graciously picked me up from Samaria and brought me here safely, you already know. Thank you for helping me with my bags and files, Chewbacca. You can just put them... thump. Yes. That will be fine. God, I love it. The trial is set to commence first thing tomorrow morning. You may wish to freshen up after your journey. We've arranged quarters. Luke will take you there, and then we can get you to your client. Hello. Luke Skywalker is my escort? What a reception. You're making me feel like royalty. But no need for me to see Lando. He explained the situation on the call. We're good to go. Well, that's highly suspicious. You'd think that she would want to immediately confer with her client. I don't trust her. First of all, she's clearly not a member of the Rebel Alliance, considering she never thought she'd be on the flagship. She thinks the Alliance is going to fail, according to 3L. What gives her security clearance to come to this ship? Like, I feel like she could easily have Imperial ties, you know? I feel like this is a rash decision to allow her just, like, to waltz into the Republic flagship like this. Maybe I'm missing something and I'm supposed to know who Sally Giorgio is at this point, but I have no idea who this person is. These proceedings will commence. Oh shit, okay, the trial's already starting. I thought we weren't going to get to it this issue because of how much we were dragging our feet with those introductions. These proceedings will commence. We have gathered to hear arguments as to the innocence or guilt of Lando Calrissian, who stands accused of... Sorry, real quick. My paralegal here is going to plug into the audio system to record the proceedings. Assuming that's all right, I hate taking notes. I like to keep my mind focused, in the moment. That would be fine, Advocate Giorgio. There we go. All set. What is going on here? I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all. All right, good to go. You may proceed. Lando Calrissian stands accused of a long list of crimes against the Rebel Alliance, including treason. We will hear arguments from the Alliance's legal representative, Captain Darian Musgrave, as well as Lando Calrissian's advocate, Sally Giorgio.
Both may call witnesses, cross-examine, and otherwise operate in accordance with the procedures outlined in the Corellian Code of Military Justice. Once each side has presented its case, we will deliberate and offer a ruling, and then a sentence. If there are no questions, we will...
The, Corellian Code of Military Justice? I'm not actually, familiar with... I request a short recess to review the particulars. Oh, come on. I don't have a problem with it. Mr. Calrissian should have competent counsel. Not that it would make a difference.
Request denied, Miss Giorgio.
The Corellian Code is one of the most well-known legal texts in the galaxy. Thousands of systems use its provisions. It is hard to believe it is unfamiliar to you. It seems more likely that you are trying to waste our time. But if you truly do not know the law that will govern your client's fate, well, that is a problem for Mr. Calrissian, not this court. Damn, dude.
Present your case, Captain Musgrave.
Maydean is like on a tear right now. He super does not care about due process for Calrissian. For the benefit of the court, please state your designation and primary function. Oh god, first witness is the talkie. I was manufactured so long ago that my model number would be meaningless to your modern ears. But I am an antecedent to what you call protocol droids. I offer translation and negotiation services, and was most often referred to by my general category of function as a talkie droid. For the benefit of the court, we have entered into the record the bit code for the talkie droid. These verify that the talkie's memory banks have not been wiped or altered at any point in at least the last century. The talkie's testimony can therefore be verified as true and accurate, and indeed, I have done so in my pretrial preparation by viewing images from its memory. Explain how your functions have been used in connection with the Rebel Alliance. I possess a lost language in my databanks known as Trawak. The rebels, particularly their primary protocol droid C-3PO, use this language to generate an unbreakable code. With this code, rebel forces may communicate without fear of Imperial interference. Could the information in your databanks be used to break the Trawak code? You mean if someone else were given access to the Trawak language by pulling it from my memory? I would imagine the advanced protocol droids in existence today could do it with little effort. I submit that this talkie droid is one of the most crucial intelligence assets possessed by the Rebel Alliance. It is a key part of our secure communications. After the Trawak code was created, you were deactivated and placed in secure storage aboard a ship in the Alliance fleet. This is a matter of record. Now please, describe for the court what happened to you upon initial reactivation. I was taken. The human you have placed on trial, Landonus Balthazar Calrissian, and his hybrid associate Lobot, took me from storage. Then they threw me out of an airlock near Jakara, where they knew representatives of Jabba the Hutt were waiting to pick me up from open space. I was taken to Tatooine, where I worked as Jabba's translator. It was difficult. Did Lando know he was providing a key security asset to a notorious criminal who works directly with the Empire? It seems like he did. He told me so. Here, I can play recordings of his words from my memory banks. Your trouble's just getting started, pal. I'm gonna shoot you out this airlock, and in not too much time, you'll be picked up by Jabba the Hutt. Well, that's pretty damning. Uvaron. This is the place. I've got confirmation. We'll go on my signal. Are those birds? Not unless birds carry blasters. Ah! What is going on with this side plot right now? This is on the planet that Mon Mothma is on, but she's at the trial. Why are they stealing these things, and why do we care? You've told us quite a bit about the things Lando Calrissian did, but you haven't said much about why he might have done them. Actually, I did. He sold me to Jabba to clear some debt he owed the... You say you're an ancient droid. Tell me, have you ever heard of the Jedi mind trick? Luke's like, oh, I'm paying attention all of a sudden. Is it not possible that Lando Calrissian, known associate of an actual Jedi, might have been influenced by the arcane power of the mind trick? Is it not possible that Lando Calrissian is not responsible for any of the actions you described here on the stand today? Is it not possible that he is, in fact, innocent by virtue of the awesome power of the Force itself? Okay, now I'm starting to see what angle she's taking here. Stay close to me. Weapons ready. Might be more higher security on the higher levels. I'd like to say something. I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm studying the Force, and what Advocate Giorgio is saying is impossible. The mind trick doesn't work like that, and neither does the Force. Thank you. I like how he hesitated before calling himself a Jedi. This is it. Target's behind these doors. Is the target Mon Mothma? Are they trying to fight their way to where she's attending the trial remotely? What the hell are you doing? The Jedi mind trick? You're just annoying them with all that foolishness. Maybe you could try being a lawyer instead of a clown? The law won't save you, Lando. I reviewed the files. They've got you all the way down the line. I would like to remind the magistrates that in addition to the events relayed by the talkie, it also possesses a direct recording of Lando Calrissian's own confession to these crimes, as well as numerous others. These statements were made while the defendant was of sound mind and under no duress. This was witnessed not only by the talkie, but also Leia Organa, Chewbacca, and other unimpeachable members of the Alliance. See? The trick here isn't to make them think you're innocent. The trick is to convince them that they don't care that you're guilty. And how the hell do we do that? I'm not sure. There are a lot of weird things about this trial. The empty hangar, the lack of an audience. I haven't quite locked in my strategy. Well, you'd better hurry up. Don't worry. There's always a way to slow things down. Just a matter of taking the opportunities as they come. Meanwhile, we're kicking in the door here. What is going on? Oh, they are coming from Mon Mothma. I knew it. For my next witness, I would like to call... What? Stop! Who are you? What is it? What's happening? Be easy, Senator. If you don't fight this, this won't hurt. Oh shit, kidnapping! Damn.
By the tide, Mon Mothma's been kidnapped!
Yes, everybody has a face. Yep, that'll work. Damn. Did she just get supremely lucky in that there's this huge interruption in the trial, or did she plan for this? Because we don't know who any of these fools are who just busted in here. We don't know these people. They could be working for her, because I don't know a thing about this character. Let me know in the comments if this is someone that we've seen before, and if I'm just completely blanking on who they are and what they're all about, because I don't know how to get a read on this lawyer. I don't even know if she's any good as a lawyer, honestly. None of her tactics have worked so far. Well, this was a fun issue. I don't know why I was expecting the trial of Lando Calrissian to be more exciting. It's nothing but talking, and that's what a trial is, right? That's how trials go. So I don't know what impression I had in my mind that this was going to be somehow like a caper of sorts. It's good, though. I mean, I like it when we get a little bit of legal drama in Star Wars. I am fascinated to know how it's going to all shake out, and like the deeper they bury Calrissian with this evidence, like the more insane the ace in the hole is going to have to be to, like the lawyer said, make them believe they don't care that he's guilty. I'm excited to see how they pull that off. It looks like we're going to have to wait for Star Wars issue 45. We got Trooper Helmet, we got Boba and Lando. I can't anticipate where it's going from here. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this one a lot. Can't wait to see where the story goes from here. This felt very much like the precursor to the actual main course of what's going to happen in this trial. Obviously, the stakes aren't fully there. We know that he's not going to get thrown out an airlock, right? Okay, he becomes the general, but it's about the journey more than the destination. And I'm excited to see where we go from here. All right. Issue number 1 of Thrawn Alliances by Timothy Zahn and Jody Houser. The Empire's greatest strategist returns. This awesome Rod Rice cover right here. It's actually a really cool depiction of Thrawn. I do want to just take a moment to reflect on the awesomeness that I'm about to read. A brand new canon Star Wars Thrawn comic that was written by Timothy Zahn in the year 2024. Like, if anyone tells you we're not living in the good age of Star Wars right now, you know, they're missing it. Thrawn Alliances. So the first Thrawn comic adaptation that came out was written by Jody Houser and had art by Luke Ross. One of my favorite Star Wars comics to date. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Luke Ross absolutely killed it with the art there. This is a slightly different team. Jody Houser's still on board, but we've got Timothy Zahn. I'm not worried about anything. Let's keep going. Thrawn Alliances. Timothy Zahn and Jody Houser. Art by Pat Oliff and Andrea DeVito. Colors by Rochelle Rosenberg. Rochelle Rosenberg, the hardest working colorist in the business. I swear her name is on every single comic I've read. Let's go. Now. Oh, damn. Okay. Are we in the middle of a battle, or have we just arrived at the wreckage of one? Note the tactics of desperation, Commodore Farrow. The way the smaller ship moves to shield the larger one from our attack. You believe there's someone on board the larger ship he wants to protect, Grand Admiral Thrawn? Yes, and at the risk of his own life. This and his tactics throughout the battle indicate a warrior of honor and courage. Signal him. Offer him clemency for himself and his remaining ships. In exchange, we require his personal pledge that his people will cease their raids on Imperial shipping. Comm officer, you heard Admiral Thrawn. Yes, Commodore. Admiral, I've just received a message from the Emperor. He requests your presence. Acknowledge the Emperor's signal, then transmit my terms. An hour more, Commodore, and we will have ended this threat to the Empire. So he just, like, effortlessly came in here, took out... We don't really know if this is probably not Rebel affiliated. It's just some pirate threat on one of the shipping lanes. And now, with the job well done, let's go check in with the Emperor. Report, Grand Admiral Thrawn. The threat to shipping in Sector 56 has been neutralized. If you wish, you may send your diplomats to finalize a treaty. Bringing another system under Imperial control. Excellent. And now I have a new mission for you. I have sensed a disturbance in the Force. Something that will require both you and Lord Vader to resolve. I believe, Admiral, you've heard of a world at the edge of the unknown regions called Batuu? Batuu? Emperor Palpatine is talking about Galaxy's Edge right now. Yes, Your Majesty. I have indeed. Good. You will take the Chimera there and locate this disturbance. Lord Vader, you will accompany him and deal with it. Yes, my master. Awesome. We're getting the team up. I thought I was clear about the docking arrangements, Commodore. Lord Vader's shuttle in Slot 1. The 1st Legion's transport in Slot 2. Admiral Thrawn's shuttle in Slot 3, where an alien ship should be, Grand Admiral or not. Rook, I've told you twice to keep yourself and your personal cloaking device off our ship. Nice. Rook is in the mix now. Haven't seen him in a while. Pshing! What was that? Something's brought us out of hyperspace. The hyperdrive has been checked twice, Admiral. Oh, it's still her. Still Farrow. The hyperdrive has been checked twice, Admiral. The techs thought it might be the alluvial dampers, but they've been cleared. I've ordered a 3rd check, but so far, everything shows full green. Then the fault must lie with your crew, Commodore Farrow. With all due respect, Lord Vader, I don't believe that to be the case. Damn. That's some backbone right there. This hyperlane's edges are poorly defined. I believe it more likely we've run into the shadow of some previously unknown mass. Then where is this mysterious mass? I have our best sensors operators working on that right now, Lord Vader. Perhaps your best are not up to the necessary standards. My officers and crew are more than adequate at their tasks, Lord Vader. If a wayward mass is affecting us, forward movement should clear us of its effect. Yes, sir. Helm, ahead 2/3 power. Scanners, continue to search for objects. And for other ships. You expect other crafts to be nearby, Admiral? Unlikely. Certainly, the traffic was quite sparse the last time I was here. I didn't know you'd been here before, sir. It was many years ago, during the Clone Wars. The past is the past. The present and future are all that matter. We will find the Emperor's disturbance. We will deal with it, and we will return to Coruscant. Understood, my lord. I will be in my quarters. Inform me when we are again underway. Vader is grumpy as hell. He was super resentful of the fact that Palpatine had to send him on this mission. Clearly he has painful memories on Batuu. Batuu? Then. Oh, I know that ship. Nubian, very nice. Duja, next time you message that you found something important out here, try to include a few details. There she is. At least enough to keep Anakin from worrying about me. The last thing he needs in the middle of a battle is a distraction. There's the outpost she mentioned. Black Spire. Interesting terrain. Is that kind of a meta nod to the fact that Black Spire has been depicted with the outlying geography being like wildly different in several different images? That's kind of funny. Because people have always been trying to extrapolate what the world around the park looks like, and in some promotional images there's a mountain range over there, and sometimes it's like flatland. In this one it's forest. So that's kind of a funny commentary on that. Interesting terrain. I'll start with that cantina. Hey, it's Oga's. Hell yeah. Is it Oga's yet? By this time, probably. No! Duja! Oh, she's dead? She's just, like, on display here in the oh, I see. She didn't go into the cantina. She saw it the casket laying here. And Duja's the one that just sent her the message saying she found something here. What the hell? Bright suns, visitor. May you be welcome in Black Spire. Are you here for your friend? You mean her? No, I've never seen her before. What happened? Don't know. Some men from a trading ship brought her in a few days ago. Speeder bike accident. What a lie. Duja was the best speeder bike rider I'd ever seen. What a shame. Why is she out here? No one knew her, so we decided to leave her in view for a few days, to see if anyone came looking. I guess that makes sense. It's not good to lose someone and never find out what happened. No, it isn't. Okay, so Padme is immediately calling that this is a lie, the speeder bike accident. And she's lying too. She's pretending she's never seen her before and she doesn't know, but clearly it's Duja, it's her friend. Interesting. Do you think anyone would mind if I sang a song for her? A song? A farewell song. It's the custom of my people to sing the departed on their way with a song of hope. And truly, it's lost strangers like this one who need hope the most. I suppose that would be all right. And there she is, singing away. Poor Padme. She didn't think she was about to lose a friend like this. Oh, and in a very slick motion, as she closes her eyes, she took her badge. She took like her comm badge thing with her. Goodbye, Duja. You will always be remembered. Yeah, we're getting to the bottom of this, for sure. I need to find her ship. So many people teased her about wearing such an unsophisticated brooch, but Duja never did anything without a good reason. This was the one piece of jewelry she knew no thief would ever bother to steal. Or suspect that there was a beckon call inside. Nice, that's how she calls her ship down? I dig it. Duja was crafty. I just hope she left me a message. I see, so the ship was in orbit this whole time and she called it down. Very clever. This is Queen Padme Amidala of Naboo. Duja, talk to me. Oh, wait, so she's not a senator yet during this? No. She has to be a queen. She has to be senator by now. But she's still okay, interesting. Maybe it's just because that's what the security protocol is set to recognize as her as queen. Duja, talk to me. Hello, my lady. I'm sorry to drag you all the way out here, but I believe I found a separatist factory on Makivj. I've attached a planetary coordinates. I will see what I can learn about its layout and defenses before you arrive. Travel safely, my lady. I'll see you soon. Only you won't. Oh, Duja. You pushed too hard and were caught. And now the separatists know we're onto them. I should wait for Anakin. But if I do and they close everything down, we'll never know what they were doing out here. No. Duja gave her life to alert us to this threat. I won't let that sacrifice be for nothing. Her ship is better armed than mine. I'll send a message to Anakin and head to Makivj. A quick look around, then back to Batuu. Probably before Anakin even gets here. Oh, you've got incoming bogeys! Run, Padme! And we cut away, of course. Now. At your direction, Admiral, we traveled 2 hours in real space before again trying the hyperdrive. Once again, it failed. It's like there's an interdictor cruiser nearby, sir. But a ship big enough to have this kind of effect would definitely show up on our scanners. Unless it's cloaked. My lord, I believe it's theoretically impossible to run a gravity generator and a cloaking device at the same time. The two fields work against each other. Perhaps a new technique has been discovered in the unknown regions. Oh, my bad. That was Thrawn talking. My lord, I believe it's theoretically impossible to run a gravity generator and a cloaking device at the same time. The two fields work against each other. Perhaps a new technique has been discovered in the unknown regions. Technologies may certainly differ. Science itself, less likely. Regardless, we are at an impasse. What is your proposed solution? If the existing path cannot be followed, we shall forge one of our own. Commodore Faro, we will continue via jump by jump. Yes, sir. A suggestion, if I may. Your Admiral has given you an order. Continue, Commodore. Nice. They're like vying for control of this poor Commodore right now. I've done some calculations, sir. Traveling to Batuu jump by jump will take approximately 39 hours. If we instead travel to Makivj and take this hyperlane from there to Batuu, we could save 14 hours. Yes, I see. An excellent suggestion, Commodore. Set course for Makivj. 11. Yes, sir. Excuse me? 11 hours saving at the most. Agreed. Still, it will be worthwhile. Perhaps. We shall see. It was a good suggestion, Vader. You're just sour because you feel like Commodore Faro was speaking out of turn. It's a mystery, sir. This is a beautiful panel. I really like it. The orbiting ship just pulling in. Got like these sharp, jagged clouds. It's a mystery, sir. I don't know anything other than a comet strike or volcanic eruption that could cause such widespread devastation. We are not here to solve mysteries, Commodore Faro. We are here to seek out the disturbance that the Emperor sensed. That and nothing else. I agree. Still, we may find the two are connected. Are they connected? I do not yet know, my lord. Then let us be on our way. Of course, my lord. Vader, you're getting tunnel vision again. I don't know how you can't draw an immediate possible connection between Emperor sensing a disturbance, and then in the region where the disturbance was sensed, there's widespread destruction. Like, clearly that was the disturbance. At least you would assume, right? Thrawn thinks so. Commodore, as soon as we're cleared to the hyperlane, you will make all speed toward Batuu. Yes, sir. May I also point out, Lord Vader, that if the Emperor is aware of a presence in this part of space, that same presence may similarly be aware of you. That has occurred to me. But awareness does not necessarily imply preparedness. No, it does not. Yeah, that goes both ways. You may be aware of a presence out here, but you're not prepared for it necessarily either, Vader. No, he was not prepared for what happened here. The Jedi at whose feet this disaster lies. The Jedi who was known as Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, see, that's why he's so determined to move on, is because he is the cause of this disturbance as Anakin. And this is not information he thinks that Thrawn needs. God, the Chimera looks so cool. Then, Batuu. Here we are, R2. This is where Padme said she was going. I'll tell you one thing. If something's happened to her, someone down there is going to pay. Very heavily. How very on the brink of dark side about you, Anakin. What? Who is that? Well, whoever he is, he's not messing with my hyperdrive ring. Unknown ship, this is General Anakin Skywalker of the Galactic Republic. Identify yourself and state your purpose. Maybe he doesn't speak basic. That's definitely a Chiss ship, look at that. Unidentified ship. You are interfering with Republic equipment and a Republic mission. I order you to pull back and identify yourself. Translated from the Mies trade language. Okay. They found a language in common. I greet you, General. I mean no harm to your equipment, but merely wished a closer look. Glad to hear it. You've had your look. Now pull back as ordered. May I ask what brings a Republic envoy to this part of space? May I ask what business it is of yours? You could be on your way at any time. It might be more useful for me to assist you in your quest. I already told you I was on a mission. Yes, you did. But a Republic at war would surely not send a lone man on a mission. I conclude that you travel on a personal quest. Conclude whatever you want. I don't have time for this. I agree. Perhaps it would be best if I were to show you the location of the ship you seek. Explain. Look at his face. He's like, oh man, now this guy knows things and I have to talk to him. I know where the Nubian ship landed. I know the pilot is missing. You seek to solve that mystery. I seek answers to other questions. Such as? I wish to more fully understand this conflict in which you are embroiled. I wish answers of right and wrong, of order and chaos, of strength and weakness, purpose and reaction. You asked my identity. I am Commander Thrawn, officer of the Chiss Ascendancy. I feel like he would say I am Mithron Urodo, right? That's what... Is he going by Thrawn already? I ask for your assistance in learning about this war before it sweeps disaster over my people. There are rumors of civilizations lurking beyond the borders of wild space. If this Chiss Ascendancy is one of them, maybe they can be persuaded to aid the Republic's war effort. Very well. On behalf of Chancellor Palpatine and the Galactic Republic, I accept your offer. Just like that. Excellent. Perhaps you will begin by giving me the relevant details. The Nubian ship carried a Republic ambassador who came here to meet an informant. When she failed to contact us, I was sent to look for her. Was this informant trustworthy? Yes. Then the likely scenarios are accident or capture. We must travel to the surface to determine which. I'll send you the location of the Nubian ship and I will meet you there. I don't sense Padme's presence. That's not good. Stay here, R2. I'm going in. Yes, I know I said I'd wait for him. He'll just have to catch up. Now, Black Spire Outpost. This place seems unchanged by the years. I wonder if the bartender will remember me. After what you and the Jedi did here, I suspect the entire outpost will remember you. I like that Vader refers to himself as the Jedi in the past. Like there's such a disconnect between who he is now and who he used to be for him. Have you been able to locate the Emperor's disturbance? It is here, but it feels distant. Yet somehow also close at hand. As if attempting to conceal itself. That is possible. What is that species? A Borderlands people called the Darshi. I know little about them except that they travel both wild space and the unknown regions. I understood travel into the unknown regions is difficult. Extremely so. The hyperlanes are few and are beset with dangers. Are the Darshi one of those dangers? Their culture has not been deeply studied by the Chiss. Why do you ask? Because they are built for violence. Long-clawed limbs for attack, narrow heads and bodies for defense, and each carries a long knife. The extensive tooling on the scabbard suggests the weapons may be ceremonial. They are still weapons. Vader's out here just assessing threats. Good morning. Perhaps you remember me.
I do. The other one from before. Is he with you?
I'm told he died some years ago. Your name?
I'm Nodlia. Do you again come to right wrongs?
Are there wrongs in Black Spire that need righting?
The Thin Faces, the Darshi, they've moved in upon us. They have built houses and driven away our usual trading partners. They take our best resources for themselves.
Have they not paid for these goods and services?
Well, yes, they have paid, but there's something ominous about them. Especially this most recent group. They arrived 10 days ago, bringing 10 coffins with them. They prepare for an attack.
Then let us prepare to meet them.
Beep.
Heavy freighter or small warship heading toward your position. Second freighter plus 4 smaller ships making orbit. Orders? Continue gathering data, Commander Faro. Keep the Chimera hidden.
They cannot be allowed to escape. Commander Kimmond, you are ordered to intercept. Commander Faro, prepare the Chimera to follow in support. Admiral?
Hold your position as ordered, Commodore.
Admiral Thrawn. Nice. He's not gonna budge.
You will also assist the First Legion in their preparations, and stand ready to support them if you deem it necessary. Understood, Admiral. Faro out.
Walk carefully, Admiral. You disregard my orders at your peril.
You command the First Legion, my lord, but I command the Chimera.
We will continue this conversation at another time.
Agreed.
I love it. He's like the only person in the Imperial Navy who's not intimidated by Vader.
For now, the warrior's path lies before us. Let us follow and see where it leads.
Then, Batu, hold it right there. You've got 5 seconds to...
Aggressive negotiations.
Oh,
it's always the Trandoshan who gets wasted first.
I gave them a chance to reconsider. Now they're going to hurt. Now.
God, just the chaos. Love it, though. I would love to see a live-action sequence of Vader and Thrawn side by side, just like clearing a tavern.
Then, Kunisu!
Nice.
R2?
Yeah, me neither. Wish we'd had enough room to bring 3PO. Neither of them have heard... Interesting, neither of them have heard the language before.
What's going on? Who are they?
They claim to be merchants. They arrived to find their usual landing area unexpectedly occupied by this ship. While attempts at communication failed, they feared the crew was injured. They tried to force entry to render any necessary aid.
Sure they did. Do you believe them?
Partially. They're surely smugglers, not simple merchants. But I do believe they expected to find an open landing area and were upset to discover that was not the case.
So basically they're just pissed that someone parked in their spot. So if they didn't do anything to Padme, who did?
We do not yet have an answer to that question. What do you wish done with them?
Tell them to get themselves and their cargo and get out of here.
Nice. Amicable. Can you get us into the ship?
There's a key code pad. I'll check inside. You look around out here.
Beep, beep, beep. No bodies. No signs of a struggle. She must have left on her own volition. So where is she? Anything?
No one's inside. Her navlog shows she came straight here from Coruscant.
There's no damage to the ship's exterior or signs of a forced landing, but note these marks. Those look like they were made by a ship's landing skids.
R2, could those have been made by Dooge's ship?
He says yes, but why would the two of them go off and leave Padme's ship here, of all places? I do not know. The nearest settlement is 30 kilometers away. Perhaps someone there can provide that answer.
Now my question is, has Anakin met Dooge before, and will he recognize her body when they go to Black Spire? Because that's the next clue that they need.
Do you see them?
Who?
2 beings to our left, 3 to our right. They're trying to look casual, but are clearly converging on us. You think those smugglers we chased away from Padme's ship are unhappy with us? We shall soon find out.
Bright suns, visitors. What drinks do you choose?
We choose the quaff of information. God damn it, Thrawn. We're looking for these women. Have you seen either of them?
No, neither's been here.
Take another look. Their father is dying. He would like to see his daughters one last time before the end.
They're sisters, then?
Yes. Their family is at his bedside, with these two the only ones unaware of their coming loss. And they will be heartbroken if their father passes without the farewells. Nice, he's just slowly putting more credits on the counter as he spins the yarn. This is great.
I'm sorry, gentle beings. I truly am.
Whoa, shit! A trap! Gotta stay above the gas! Ugh! Damn, Thrawn is just like getting up on the bar top and going for it. So the bartender just like, he can't have been in on it, he just got killed. Oh, that's fucked. As we fade into darkness. Oh, Anakin. It's kind of hilarious that Thrawn like pushes Anakin over to get up there to get his firing position. I guess he just like assumed Anakin as a Jedi would like, you know, be back on his feet in a second. But it looks like he's inhaled like too much of the gas because now he's like fading out. Oh man, what a cliffhanger ending. We've got one more issue to go though, so let's do it right now. This is great so far. Really enjoying this. And ooh, these covers are just fantastic. Thrawn Alliances, issue number 2. Written by Timothy Zahn and Jody Hauser. Art by Pat Olaf and Andrea DeVito. Colors by Rochelle Rosenberg. Now, Batu. Do you hear that? They're using a click code to coordinate their attack.
Can you interpret it?
Not the specifics, but the increasing speed suggests they are ready to attack. Remember that we want prisoners to interrogate. Try to disable, not kill.
Blasters can also disable, yet you choose to only fight with a stick?
Subtlety can be a useful weapon, my lord. Alright, let's go. Kick their asses. God. Oh, this is fun. He's just pistol whipping them with the hilt of his saber. Then, Batu. I'm all right, R2. Thrawn? Welcome back, General. Thanks. Any idea what that gas was? Something to make us easier to kill. Diversionary attack from in front, main attack from behind. You'll note where the first 2 shots were aimed. I guess I should thank you for pushing me out of the way. That was not my intent. Such gases flow downward toward their victims. I merely used you and the bar to leap upward out of its effect. I assumed you would follow. I was a little busy getting shoved to the side. Looks like the bartender didn't know the attack was coming. So it would seem. You are a Jedi, then. Wasn't that obvious? Not at all. Our myths speak of 2 groups with such power, Jedi and Sith. But the Sith are reputed to be clever and capable warriors. Ouch. Tell me, do you recognize any of our attackers? No. Should I? I thought it possible. The placement of their initial shots prove they intended your death. And the layered 2-pronged attacks indicates they have knowledge of how to attack a Jedi. There's also the fact that only 4 of those who followed us attacked. 1 remained outside. Someone wanted a report, and the outside man needed to stay alive to do that. He knows that at least one of us is still alive and that all his friends are likely dead. We must prevent him from reporting via comm. We want him to go to his boss in person so we can follow him. R2, switch on the fighters jamming. How do we proceed? Now, Batu. He just throws the whole table at them. Oh, that's Vader, all right.
As the Admiral said, we wish prisoners... Ugh!
What's happening?
The Emperor's disturbance, and it is very near.
Ah, look at these screaming faces.
Such emotion, surprise, confusion, darkness,
Anxiety. Vague and unfocused, but genuine. What has the Emperor discovered? And now it has become fear. The explosion. Have the Darshi attacked the vision's source? I believe our freighter has been attacked. No, not our freighter. The houses the bartender spoke of. They are the location of the Emperor's disturbance. The new houses to the east. I noted their location as we approached the landing field. Get back! Our weapons are useless against such numbers of small creatures. Kind of a, God, look at the swarms. There's so many of them. The weapons being useless against them is a perfect analogy for why X-Wings are, you know, effective against the Death Star, where capital ships are not. Then, Batu. Let us design the story the survivor will return with. He is likely afraid that one of his compatriots has survived to talk. Then we should play on that. Interesting. Can you make him appear to be living? Wait, are you guys gonna Weekend at Bernie's the message? Let's see. It's not as simple as just making his limbs move back and forth. There's breath and balance and muscles moving beneath the skin. How does it look? Adequate. Okay, that is horrifying. That is a terrifying way to use the Force. It's like Force necromancy in a way, like he's not actually alive again, but it's fully like, yeah, using Weekend at Bernie's powers. What the? What happened to you? The attack, of course. Their targeting skills were impressive. Fortunately, my uniform is designed to disperse as much energy as possible, though it is not a perfect system. Are you ready? I suggest you take him back to your fighter in the guise of a prisoner. Move aside! Republic business! Okay, any particular direction you want me to go? I think the most worrisome to our opponents would be toward your ambassador's ship. Oh my god, just tying him to this side and taking off! Here we go. I hope Thrawn can pull this off, because if the spotter's not nervous enough to run home... R2! Oh god, and he just went flying off. Yeah, I see it. Sabotage. At this speed, I can maintain altitude. But if we move the jamming field too far from Black Spire, Thrawn's plan won't work. We'll lose our best link to Padme. No choice. We're heading back. He cares about Padme so much he's willing to potentially, like, crash the ship and die. As long as he can stay, like, go back into the field of danger, as long as he doesn't lose the jamming signal, because they need to follow the messenger. Like, it's so important to him to get Padme back. Now, Batu. It is some sort of quick-setting permacrete. They are attempting to immobilize us. They're controlled by someone wearing a personal cloaking shield. Damn. Getting attacked by, like, concrete bugs? There are still 3 more enemies. Understood. We need to find and destroy them. Give me visual cover. Oh my god, what's he gonna do? Nothing. They're just fully... Look at them! Interesting. So this is how the Darshi immobilize people. Then, Batu. Let's see if Thrawn has flushed them out yet. Looks like he's in trouble. Still can't slow down without losing altitude. Guess I'll have to do this the hard way. Oh, just bail out. The hard way, whatever. This is the fun way. Anakin loves bailing out of ships. Nice. Interesting maneuver. It's called improvisation. That's our spotter? Yes. Once I knew which ship was his, I moved to neutralize him. I did not anticipate such an adversary to be waiting inside. Be grateful it was just a service droid. R2, meet us at the Grey Freighter. We need to see if there's a designation programmed into the nav computer. It's separatist, all right. Equipment, markings, it all fits. The question is, what are they doing out here? This is interesting. This crate has identical markings to those we saw aboard the smuggler's vehicle. Let's have a look. Whoa, that's quadranium. It's used for hull plates, heavy armor, anything you want to stand up to blasters or laser cannons. I wonder how the smugglers came to own an identical crate. That's how. Quadranium on top, scrap metal on the bottom. Seems our smugglers are also thieves. So we're dealing with two different groups of opponents, not just one. Interesting. Sir Mao. Never heard of it. Just because that's the listed destination doesn't mean your ambassador traveled there. Is it reasonable that the Separatists would allow such information to be found this easily? What do you... Oh, the course may point to Sir Mao, but their actual landing site may be somewhere else along the way. Exactly. How many habitable systems are along that route? Beep beep. R2 says 11, and he's got no data on any of them except Batu. Then our next task is to narrow down the list. Interesting. The bartender who launched the attack on us has been taken to a nearby shop. Sounds like we need to have a chat with them. R2, stay here and see what else you can find. Commander Thrawn and I have a party to go to. Wait, the bartender survived the explosion? I thought we saw his dead body. What? Maybe his body's being taken and they're going to find the body of Duja there. Those who carried him there are concerned that their thefts may be discovered by the owners of this ship. You bugged the bartender? His clothing, yes. Crafty. Now, Batu. Yes. Oh, damn. All he needed was one free arm. You guys are screwed now. I presume, Admiral, that you no longer required us to take prisoners. I believe the situation has moved beyond that point. Well done, my lord. Do you still sense the disturbance? No. They are either unconscious or dead. Or they were taken. You say they. There was more than one, then? Yes. Do you know what they are? I believe I do. We must find them. Nodlia, don't let anyone remove these bodies. I'll try, but you will do as he says. What are you doing? Observe, my lord. Observe what? You implied we are in a hurry. Yes, we are. So what did we observe here, other than the fact that these are not ceremonial, they're real weapons, and the blade does not seem to be quite as long or the same shape as the sheath, interestingly. Then, Makivj. Alright, I'll need an isolated landing. What was... Vulture droid! Where did that come from? Too late. My only chance is to get to an escape pod and eject. Right under the scanners of a vulture droid, into enemy territory. And Anakin will never even know what happened to me. To be continued. Damn. Well, hey, she got to Makivj, though. She got all the way there, so presumably that's along the route to Samau, which is where the Navi computer is going to send them. Interesting. Man, this story's great. I love that we're getting this, like, buddy cop type story with Thrawn and Vader. And Vader's using his, you know, his abilities in the Force and his brute strength. And Thrawn is, like, really rounding it out with, like, his analytical qualities and the fact that he's able to, like, point them to their next step. Because at this point, Vader has pretty good deductive skills himself, but he's still, like, a weapon to be aimed at a problem. Whereas Thrawn is the one that really has to calibrate and figure out exactly where to aim Vader, you know? And they complement each other really well. And the fact that we're getting the back and forth of, like, Anakin and Thrawn versus now Vader and Thrawn, like, it's cool to see how their dynamic has shifted. I think Thrawn is playing coy with the fact that, I heard that Anakin died some years ago. Like, I think he knows. If anyone's going to figure out, I mean, Inspector Thanoth figured it out. And he was just some guy. Like, Thrawn, the Megamind, is definitely going to have figured it out, in my opinion. And I think he's playing coy, you know, out of respect for Vader. He doesn't want Vader to feel uncomfortable, but also he doesn't think that it really serves him to let Vader know that he knows. So, this was awesome. Can't wait for the next installment of the adaptation. This was a really, really fun one. Cool. Yep. Thrawn Alliances, kicking ass, as I expected it would. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Comics with Katarn. You can buy your own copies of each of the comics that I've read on this show at Comixology.com. I think it's very important that we support the wonderful and talented artists that bring us these comics every week. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. And as always, may the Force be with you.